How's it going, everybody out in the cosmos? This is Goldhead here, dropping a new walkthrough guide, helping you get more out of your video games like achievements, collectibles, and 100% completion since 1735. This new series will be covering a new game that just dropped, and that is Disintegration. This game was made by some of the helping hands that made Halo and Destiny, and when I saw this trailer, I had to put my pre-order in immediately. But now it is June 16th, and all of us regular folks can now get the game, unlike those special people who can get the game early from the company to make reviews and did nothing but shit all over this game, which I gotta say, they got it wrong. This game delivered, and it delivered big time. And we'll be getting into that shortly. The only negative thing I have to say is there's no hard disk copies of this game. It is all digital, but after 5 minutes of playing the game, it will definitely compensate for that. So if you're here because you're on the fence about getting this game, I will tell you right now, it is a solid pick. So I've been smashing through this amazing game, and I am ready to put out my first entry where we will be covering the intro, practice, the first mission, 7 beginning achievements, and the 4 collectible military caches in the first mission. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So right after loading up the game, we will be at our main screen, and this is where we can start a new campaign. Right before we do that, we will have the option to play a tutorial, and if we do that, we will get our first achievement, and that's going to be Schools Out. It's a super quick little practice mode, and after that, it will give you the achievement. And right after that, we will have our intro.
Devastating storms. Economic collapse. Rampant disease. Our world can be a terrifying place, but it doesn't have to be. Here at SALVAGE, we have perfected the process of integration. Through this simple procedure, you can preserve the very best part of yourself, the one organ that defines you as you, and replace your vulnerabilities with invincible technology. At SALVAGE, cooler heads prevail. And just consider who's getting integrated these days.
Hey there. Remember me? I'm Romer Show.
You know how fond I am of you, Romer, but I'm running out of patience. I'm offering you true freedom in service of a higher calling. Join the Rayon. Let your eyes see red. Leave those weak and nostalgic ideas behind.
I've seen what you call freedom. Not interested.
I thought a collaboration had made you wiser. It's a generous offer. Don't choose the alternative. Do you really want to be sold off for parts? So soon forgotten.
It doesn't scare me, Shuck. I'm long past that.
Shame. What is this?
I wouldn't go that way. It's a long way down.
So long, you red-eyed chumps!
Sit down, kid. One guy you never taught is Black Shuck.
So, I gotta ask, how'd we pick up the celebrity?
Busted out same time we did. Pilot seems useful.
They locked you up in the same iron cloud as this riffraff?
I'm no different.
I remember thinking you were cool, man. You know, I integrated because of you. Kinda regret it now.
We all live with our choices.
You gonna stand around reminiscing, or we gonna find that weapons cache you promised?
Relax, big man. You're looking at it.
It's not a secret hideout if you can see it from space.
Hidden in plain sight, baby. Rayan don't see what they already shot down. The Savage Jackals operated out of here for years, before their luck ran out. Word is they left quite an arsenal. Their loss, our gain.
Your losses may come sooner than you think. Not one step further.
Whoa.
Hey, we're friendly towards naturals, even ugly ones. But you need to move aside.
I'll do no such thing. And if you can't find the civility to use an honorific, you can at least use my name. Wagoner.
Somebody might want to tell him how mismatched he is.
See what we've got. 5 integrated outlaws. 4 standard armatures. 1 striker class right here. Recently escaped from the Iron Cloud and now intending to raid my claim. But you'll do no such thing.
Love your tricks, old-timer, but you gotta move. For your own good.
Now that's about as dangerous as these pesky gnats. I've been in the field long enough to know an unarmed cannon. Put it away and we'll talk.
Wagoner? Sir, have you got weapons and shelter in there? Maybe you could give us a chance to rest and regroup at least.
Much better. A reasonable outlaw. We may have more of interest to you than guns.
Grav cycles? A working grav cycle.
So, you're a pilot. What's your name, son?
Romer.
Well, Romer, perhaps we can arrange for you and your team to earn your share. I'm putting together a crew. My latest crew, I should say.
Well, we're together, but we ain't exactly together.
We're your crew, Wagner.
I thought you might be. Follow me.
And that was the cinematic open. Now we're going to spawn here and we are going to be Romer, and we can come up here and we can talk to our crew. We can conversate with our crew and they're going to give us some dialogue, and we can also go to these little droids that are around here and they're going to give us challenges for our first mission, and we are going to want to make sure that we activate those by talking to them. So this is another team member and they're just going to give us some dialogue.
Between you and me, I think he's nesting. He can never sit still.
But it's going to be these droids that are going to give us the challenges for our mission, and there's going to be 2 before this mission. This is going to be the first one, and I'm going to show you the second one. It's going to be right over here on the right, and you'll notice that that little icon above these people are green if we haven't talked to them. So if you already talked to them, it's going to go gray, so you already know that you did talk to them. Here's our second droid, and this will give us another challenge. And here is some of the other crew that we can interact with.
Wow. Did you stack all these? It's looking tidier already.
You want it done right, do it yourself.
You know, if you would have told me a week ago we'd be sitting in some junk carrier ship in a cozy mountain meadow, I would have said your seal was busted.
Now that we have done the interactions, we are ready to start the first mission. So we're going to go over there and do that. We've gotten our 3 challenges for this mission, and we've gotten those from 2 droids and her. Our first interaction, she gave us a challenge. So we're going to open up this menu and start our first mission. So this will be our mission menu. This is where we can select missions, replay missions, and change the difficulty. We can also go back and get collectibles that we forgot to get. So if that is something you need to do, it is easy to access at this menu. We can also go over here on our right and we will see our crew. This is where we can upgrade them, but we can't upgrade them now because we just started the game. But this crew is what we will be using in our first mission. We will see them both. He's going to be upgraded, she's not. So we're just going to go to mission select and start the first mission.
Looks old, like everything else in this place.
I asked our pilot here to inspect Rezzik's work on our grav cycle.
Oh, it's a proper restoration. Put in a Newton boosted fusion generator. That'll crank out some G's. Got a 489 gyro cluster installed too. Nice. Yeah, not bad. I have a couple questions about these customized controls. Rezzik around?
According to Seguin, he left soon after completing this work.
Your mechanic took a pulse bow and left 4 hours ago.
Why would he do that?
And why didn't someone say something?
Well, here's lesson 1. Know your crewmates. Now, you have any idea why he might have left? It's rough out there. You attracted a hive of rayon when you crashed.
Out with it, Agnes.
Well, I'm just remembering. He always said if he ever got off that nasty cloud, the first thing he'd do is find his family.
He told you that?
Well, people confide in me, Doyle.
So we're down a pulse boat. I say we cut our losses and let him go.
That's a little cold-hearted, don't you think?
I don't have a heart. Neither do you.
Romer?
I can hotwire any grav cycle, no problem. But as soon as something goes wrong, no chance. We can't be without a good mechanic. Oh, you never tire of that sound.
There it is. We send a small search party. Romer pilots, you take Seguin, and Koki.
Yes!
What, am I just a piece of furniture now?
So we got a super awesome cutscene for this mission, and this will be the beginning of the mission. I'm going to first step out of this mission. I'm going to show you guys some combat achievements that we can get. First up is going to be Scan Man. We need to be scanning objects and enemies scan too, and they count towards this achievement. We just need to get 10 scans and we can do that. There's going to be a couple combat zones up here that we can do that on, and you can get the achievement very easily.
Got it. Prioritizing.
Next up is going to be Directorial Debut. We just need to get 20 kills with our guns, and we can get those pretty easily through this mission. Next up is Garbage Day. We need to collect 1,000 pieces of salvage, and that is that gold stuff that just came out of that guy's body. We can also find salvage in little secret spots, and I will be pointing those out for you, and we will get our achievement. Now we have Shell Shock. That's going to be up on the D-pad to get the concussion grenades from our crew. We just need to throw that at 20 enemies and concuss them, and we will get our achievement. Next up is Timed Advantage. This is another combat achievement, and we can get it pretty easily in the first mission. All we have to do is target 20 enemies with the right D-pad, and that will get our slow field out, and we will get our achievement. So now that I've notified you on those super easy achievements that we can get in the first mission, I will be playing the first mission, and I will be showing you the location of the collectible military caches we can get. So we're just going to go down this hillside and clear out some enemies, and we will come up to our first firefight. So in our battle hub, we will note that on our top right side, we will see our challenges that we got from the droids, and that will notify us when we completed those missions.
Focusing. Red eye down. Focusing fire.
So a couple things to note real quick. If we are in scan mode, we can pulse the little area that we're moving into, and we'll be able to see the enemies a lot quicker. Up on the D-pad is going to be concuss. Right on the D-pad is going to be the purple dome. That's going to slow enemies, and that's going to be our crew abilities. And if we have a regular weapon out, we can press Y, and it will switch to our healing weapon, and we can heal our crew. And this is definitely vital because we want to keep them alive so they can keep working for us. So we're getting up to our first zone, Firefight, and we are going to have a couple things we can do here. We can do our scanning and get that achievement. This is one of the great places to do that, like you've seen before. And we're just going to take out all these guys. But don't leave too quick because there is a collectible around here.
Targeting. Got it. Taking them out. Yep. Targeting. Neutralized. I'm hurt. Outlaw down. Repairing. Will do. Yes. Took me down. Targeting. Help me out. Taking them out. Neutralized.
Hey, Resin, you around?
Romer, have you tried your scan mode?
So we've cleared everybody out. We can get some healing from this device right here. We can just send our crew over there and they'll activate it. And then we need to pick up this weapon for the mission. It's going to be right there.
Ready to go.
I didn't need to hear that.
That's Rezzik's gun, right?
You got it. That's the weapon he took from Wagoner.
If he dropped it, it means he either got captured or something worse. And I don't see any Rezzik bits around here.
So on this path right here, we're just going to take out a couple guys and pick up our first collectible.
Focusing fire.
Enemy dispatch. Taking them out. Not ready yet.
I got it.
Hey, well done. Prioritizing.
Put them down. Hey, yo, taking fire.
Repairing.
So now that we've cleared out all these enemies, we can turn around and we will find a refuse pile. This is going to allow us to get some extra salvage if we send our crew over there and open it. Basically just bust it open and we will get some salvage. But if you turn around, we will find our first collectible. And this is our first military cache. And we can just send our crew right over there and we will collect it.
Yeah.
So, breaking down some of the firefights on this first mission, we're going to break down a little bit of the battlefield. We will note that the buildings do explode before us and upcoming on this mission. They do explode. We want to be shooting the power boxes on those, and there are some red canisters around that we can explode too. We want to make sure we time that right with enemies, and we will get a little bit better damage. Once again, we are going to clear out this area, and then I will show you where the next collectible is.
Got it. I know a prison cell when I see it. If they have residents, they'll be in there.
We better move fast. The enemy has dropships patrolling the area. We could send backup at any time.
Yep. Taking them out. Took them out. Focusing fire. Will do. Status improving. Enemy down. Right away. Prioritize. Targeting. You got it. I'm in trouble. Taking them out. Preparing. Okay. Focusing. I'm under fire! Put them down! We're getting messed up! Help! Targeted. Who wants some? Bro, friendly down! Much better. Got it. Right. Taking them out. Took them out. Focusing. Getting fixed. Yeah.
So now that we have cleared out this area, there's a couple things we can do. We can pick up this pile for some extra salvage, and then we can just flip back around over here in the center, and we are going to find our second collectible, our second military cache, and that's going to be right here.
You got it.
Now if we look directly behind us, we can go up this mountain a little bit, and we will find another refuse pile, and we'll just pick that up real quick.
Yeah, sure. Right away.
Now we need to open up this little cage for this person. We just need to be in our scan mode to open that up, and we're just going to do that real quick.
Prisoners in the area.
I saw them taking someone further up the hill. Enemy security was a lot tighter, though.
Okay, get out of here pronto. Okay, get out of here pronto. We don't need to bail you out a second time.
Red Eye's incoming. They're not gonna make it easy to get to Rezik. Let's hurry.
Right away. Yep.
Focusing fire!
That's a kill. Okay.
Targeting!
Will do.
Okay.
Now that we cleared out that little ambush that came at us, we can come up this hill, and on our right we will see a little house, and there is going to be our third collectible. It's going to be right here out in the open for us.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, sure.
So now we're going to go into these woods and take out these enemies, and we're just going to keep going up the hill.
Prioritizing.
Yep. Prioritizing. Sorry, not ready.
Targeted.
Got another one. Hurt. Okay.
Status improving. Prioritizing.
Phenomenal. Put 'em down.
Taking them out.
Now that we're heading up to this little base, we're going to clear everybody out, and we will get our last collectible of the mission.
That must be Rezik. Let's clear the security detail and get him out.
This level of security seems rather light, even with patrols in the forest.
You got it. Focusing.
Much better.
So now that we've taken everybody out, our fourth collectible is going to be right behind this house, and it's going to be right here.
Yeah.
Yep. Yo, Rezik.
So we are ready to open up that cage and get our crew member out.
You look like a guy who's had a change of heart.
I am ashamed.
Save it. Check your radio. You're on the crew now. We really need to get out of here.
Yep. Here they come. Right away. The grab cycle performs well.
Now this is the level of enemy security I was expecting. This area is too crowded. Let's move back down to the clearing for extraction.
Hey, there's our ride.
Get to the shuttle.
Got another one. Prioritize.
I got it!
Obliterate.
Finish him!
So now we are done with this mission and we can just come over to this ship to close it out. We will get an achievement for beating at least one challenge, and that's going to be side quest, and we will get that right after the mission.
Thank you. I did not care for that.
Hey, you handled yourself. You might have even hit one.
I apologize for the trouble I have caused. My intent was not selfish. Believe me.
Yeah, you owe us all full tune-ups when we get back.
Of course.
I'm kidding. You need to loosen up, man. Fine. Hey, I can grease my own joints.
So after the mission, we will have our analytics. This is where we're going to see our challenges that we completed and our level, and we are just going to go right through this. And now we are back right where we began, and you can see there is some new dialogue we can access. And if we come back over here where we access that mission, we have another mission we can go do. But make sure you talk to your droids and get your challenges for those missions.
Trust me. I'm a firm believer in personal space, but if you want to take part in the challenges for Salvage program, you gotta interact with folks during downtime.
So if we came back over here, we can see our second mission. It's going to be one man's trash, and we will be grabbing that in the second entry. I hope this guide was super helpful, and if it was, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure to drop a comment and let me know what you think, and I will see you in entry 2. Gold Hat signing off.